Here, these two objects that we have talked about. We have talked about a string object. We talked about string in the previous section. We have talked about arrays over here. These are all predefined objects that we have. Now we are talking about object literals. If I want to define an object by myself, if I want to define an object literal by myself. Now, what is that? Let me just tell you. An object literal in JavaScript is something very interesting. I say var obj equal to these curly braces. Now, let me tell you. I'll just side by side. I'll write the normal, not object literal, array literal or array values. So if you had to do array value, what you do? Obj array equal to what you'll do? Square brackets. You remember we have done that. So you know array has been defined like this. If you are defining an object literal, you will use this syntax. Obj is equal to curly braces. Obj equal to curly braces. Now, why I am writing array together? Because I want to just differentiate that, and you will appreciate that values when I will just combine them. So an object array is defined like this. Object array means like array object is defined like this, and an object literal is defined like this with curly braces. Now, when you want to define or when you want to give some values into it, how do you give values? We have just talked about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can define that values. An array has been defined. When you are defining an object literal, it looks for two things: a key and a value. It's a key value type of mapping. For example, I say second. And now let me tell you a very interesting thing. You know, this is also key value. You will say there is no key and there is no value. If I write something, how many of you understand if I start writing something like this? Or because this is a number, so it might create a confusion. Let me create this as string. I say, for example, I say same again, 1, 2. I'm just taking two values, right? This is my. So how many of you understand what I'm doing? 0 colon.
I don't know what you're doing there.
Okay. I'll let you know. Don't worry. So is there anyone else who understands what I'm doing? What I'm doing over here is that I'm trying to tell you, Jennifer, listen about that. Array also have a key value mapping inside themselves, but we never mention this key over here. What does that mean? Listen. It's a comma over here, and this is a string. Oh, yes. I'll tell you. Right, and just hold on a minute. I'll just let you know what I'm trying to achieve over here. I'll just let you know. Rather, let me go back to my compiler. Oh. Nice. Oh, able to clear that. I don't remember what I'm doing wrong. Anyhow, just but you know this is different. Anyhow, so now listen about that. What I'm trying to say. Var my array equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you see, if I print my array, you see that I have got these 4 values. Listen about that very carefully. We see that this is data is stored simply. No rocket science here. 1, 2, 3, 4 have been stored in that way. But this is something interesting. Do you see that every value is being mapped with a key? How do I know? If I want to access the first value, what I'll do? My array square bracket 0. What will be the output? Of course, you can see the output 1. If I want to print the second value, my array of 1, and I'll get the second value. Do you understand what is going on? There is a key inside which I use to access every value. Writer understands that. Excellent. You see, Jennifer, if I ask you, Jennifer, I want to access this 4 value. What key I will pass? Of course, you know, you have shown me thumbs up. So I'll have to enter 3 over here. I get the 4 value. And let me do that with the string as well. My string equal to, and I say array of string. I'm just creating array of string, and I say Alan, I say Bob, I say Christina again. So I'm just take some fictitious names and store them. Now, please listen. If I ask that I want to print Bob's name, can Jennifer, you write down the code? How can I access Bob name from out of this string, out of this array of strings? How can I write that? I'll have to write my string. Okay, what should I write over here? So see here, 0th location is Alan, 1 location is Bob, 2 location is Christina. Jennifer, you getting that? It means if I want to access Bob, of course, thank you. If I want to access Bob, I'll have to use the 1. I get the Bob. If I ask you, I want to get Christina. So what I'll do, my string, square brackets, and what I'll do 2. That's, thank you very much. Oh, sorry, not 20. I get the Christina. Jennifer, are you good? Chris, thank you. You know where I'm taking you? Actually, when there is an only array variable, that also has key and map. What is the key here? Key is 1. And what is the mapped value? Bob. Key is 2. The mapped value is Christina. If I write complete string, you see here. Understand, try to understand. Key is 0. And what is the mapped value? Alan. Key is 1. What is the mapped value? Bob. Key is 2. And what is the mapped value? Christina. Jennifer, making sense of it, what I'm trying to make you understand? That arrays also are the key mapping of different things, but since array have this default behavior, we don't need to mention this 0 over here. You remember what I was trying to do? Now you understand, Christina, what I'm doing? I am saying that this 1 is mapped to 0 location. Jennifer, you got my point? This 1 is mapped to 0 location. This 2 is mapped to 1 location. Now you got the concept what I was doing over there. I was trying to just tell you that they are mapped. I don't need to mention that. Why? Because array has this feature that array itself automatically understands that at 0th location, I will have first string. At 1 location, I will have second value.
Yep.
Jennifer, got the concept? Now listen about that. Now listen about that. When we are creating object literals, this is very interesting. Here, key and value both have to be mentioned. Key and value both need to be mentioned. What does that mean? For example, let me just do that one so that we can just compare. Now in array, I just written down just 1 and it was accessed by using 0, right? And here, if I want to access this 1, I will have to access it by using what? Can anyone tell me? If I ask you, what should I write over here to get the value of 1? 1 is the value and semester is the key. So what should I write over here? Exactly, Tyler. Thank you. Tyler, I was expecting a yes from you here. Now see here, if I write this semester, sorry, console.log obj semester. Now let me just close this one and I'll run that. I'm just running so that I am not making any syntactical mistake over here. Oh, semester is not defined very correct. That's why I was just running that, because I'll have to look at this one. I don't know if I need to mention that to semester. Yeah. So you see here now, first of all, please don't confuse this one. When we have an array, we have indexes or indices to access each and every value. Understand? Step number 1. I'll go with step by step. When we have an array, we have index numbers as the keys which map to different values. I'll again take back you over here. Alan is mapped on 0 key. Bob is mapped to 1 key. Christina is mapped to 2 key. Normal arrays. But when you talk about objects, values are mapped to different keys together. For example, this is my first value. Is that right? I'll put a comma. After the value, we put comma. And I say school. I say keen. Do you understand what I'm trying to do over here? And I say, for example, or not here. I'll just take it to here. I'm trying to tell you what is a name. And for example, John. Now you see here, an object literal stores not only the values. So can you tell me what are the values here? John, 1, and Keen. All these are the values that are stored in this object. Does that make sense to you? John, 1, and Keen. Typically, if I convert that to the arrow form, you will enjoy that array form. I say John, comma 1, comma Keen. Jennifer, you have a question? I'll just come back to your question. First of all, listen. Jennifer, just try to compare this. I'll come to your question. You see, object array has, this is a normal array, square brackets. So I store values like John, 1, and Keen. Jennifer, can you tell me the key? Yeah, dictionary. You are right. Dictionary. Thank you, Stephen, for reminding me. In Python, you have studied dictionary about that. You have studied dictionary like that? You have saved my life, Stephen. This was the dictionary that you people have studied over there. But what I, try to understand the concept. You have studied dictionary, but now you should know that where this dictionary is coming from. This is the behind
Did you
logic.
just create 3 new variables or 3 new lists? Now you can
Excellent. I
store
have
other
just
things into name
exact
and then
Jennifer.
other things into semester?
That's excellent. Jennifer, listen, I have not created 3 different variables. I have created one object that can be used to make different values as well. As you say, I can change the name to your name. I can change semester to your semester too. I can change school name, whatever if you want. You understand? I'm not
Yep.
creating 3 separate variables. I'm creating an object literal. That is what object literal is all about. Now, how do I compare it with array? Array stores values with a key and mapping, but that key is 0 or index number. Here, as in dictionary, you saw that we have got a key and then a value, a key and then a value, a key and then a value. And when I save this, this is one object that I have defined. Now, if I want to access these values, first of all, how to access them? And in dictionary, you would have done that. I will write obj dot name. This is one another way of using that. I can use both of the methods that I. So if I say obj dot name, can you tell me what will be my output? John. Do you see output? My output is John because I'm just accessing the name out of it. Okay. Tell me what will be my output now? Obj dot school. What should be my output now?
Keen.
Yes, the John and Keen, both of the output will be there. Now, if I want to, and now you understand this very clearly. Console.log, I can do obj dot semester. All 3 values have been printed.
1.
Now you people understand object literal what I'm talking about. And now, as Jennifer, you were saying, Jennifer was very right. After printing that, I came to know that I said, Jennifer, now I want to create your object. So I will say name equal to Jennifer, right? This is one statement. Obj dot semester equal to 2 because you are in 2 semester, and obj dot I'm not changing the school by the way, right? So I'm just doing these 2 things. Now if I print console.log and I say obj dot name, same ways copy and paste this one, obj dot semester or school. I'm just taking school. We can take third value, like take semester as well, so that we know what is going on. Can you guess what will be my output now?
Jennifer Keen 2.
Jennifer Keen 2. That's excellent. Jennifer Keen 2. If I just write down John Keen 1 for this outputs, first output, and Jennifer Keen 2. I hope you understand this dictionary-like concept of the object literal. Object literals are very important and interesting. I'll do that and I'll just let you know. Now, this same thing, I will just comment this out. That's excellent, Chris. Thank you very much. Now, this same thing can be written in another form. This is very interesting. Since this is not a normal array, this is an object literal, I can use another syntax of accessing those values. And what was that syntax that I showed you previously? If I say obj, so I can print dot and I can have all those values. No, I don't want to use that. I can access them in array-like notation as well. But for that, I'll have to do something. I'll have to put the key inside in single quotation. If I say obj name, and here I will say semester, or rather 1. I'm waiting that who will point me out other than other than Tyler. Did I do something wrong over here? Please, those who are good old guys, I'm not asking you. Did I do
I
something
think
wrong
you
in this?
turned,
Sorry?
you turned the dictionary or the list into a string.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else? I have done some other mistake, intentional mistake. I'm waiting for others. Stephen has come up with the answer. Stephen, what is wrong with line 51? That's you are excellent, right? Very right. But what is wrong with line 51? Can you tell me?
You gave the value instead of your key.
Exactly, Stephen. I'm very happy. I gave the value. Jennifer, do you see? Okay, right now, Jennifer, just
That's what
consider.
I was trying to say. I just didn't say it correctly.
Okay, no problem. I understand your answer as well. So I have given the key here, which is not sorry, the value here. Rather, I am supposed to give what? The key here. Now let me just show you the output, and then I'll tell you what is going on. Now, this is another way of accessing object values. We can use, in the same way as we access array values. Now, let me tell you very interesting thing. Console.log. I hope you understand that. Obj array square brackets, and what should I? Okay, again. So if Jennifer, everyone, if I want to print keen over here in this line 46, what should I give in this obj of array?
School.
What is, sorry?
School.
School. Excellent. Jennifer, you are not looking at my screen, by the way. I'm talking about this scenario now. I'm talking about this scenario, Jennifer, where we have normal array, not an object notation. Right, and thank you. Yes. Stephen, not 3. It will be 2. Now you see here, Jennifer, please don't get confused, because
I get it. Yep.
I've gone back to my previous example, right? So it's 2. So listen, the thing that I want to inculcate in you people. This key is mapping to keen. If I ask you what is 0, what will be the output? John. Why? Because 0 maps to John. 1 maps to 1. 2 maps to keen. Is that clear? So I can access this in array notation. Objects give us this facility. Objects say, even though I am an object, but you can do what? You can access me like array notation as well. The only thing that you need to do is that you need to give a key over here. There will be a key that you will be defining over here. Does that make sense? So again, it means this line and this line and obj.name. Do you understand that these two lines are same? Obj console.log, obj.name, or obj square brackets and the key. Brad is showing thumbs up. I want thumbs up from everyone, please. Console.log. Okay, thank you very much, Erin. You understand. I'm very happy. Log. And I think it was someone else also. Obj.semester. So these are all the same ways of accessing something. And some of you will be thinking, I can read your mind. Some of you will thinking, then what is the benefit of making object if we can access it like that? Or maybe what is the use of accessing that one? I'll just let you know everything. Just wait for the right point of time, because I am taking you somewhere else. I want to take you to some advanced concepts after a second one. Yes, Jennifer, you are right. But Jennifer, just remember one thing. Just remember one thing. When you have defined, you are right that you'll have to have a second look on it. But let me tell you one last point that you can always keep with yourself. Remember, accessing an object value can be done by using dot notation like this, or accessing object value can be done by array notation like this. Both mean same. Okay, let me just do something. Obj name equal to Jennifer, right? I'm just giving you a hint. Equal to obj.name equal to any name, Chris, maybe the first name that comes in front of me. So Chris. And it's not a question to everyone. Let's see. If I write obj.name, what value I will get over here? Who will tell me what is the output? What will be the output of this line 54? Chris. Oh, Stephen, looks like you are correctly following me. Chris says Jennifer. Jennifer says Jennifer. So let's run that one and appreciate Stephen now. Let's run this one and appreciate Stephen. Okay, why this key is coming? Oh, this key is coming from this one, right? I don't want it to run. You see here, now see the output. And appreciate Stephen. Stephen, thumbs up for you. Because you got, you know what is happening, Jennifer and whosoever answered. You see, OBJ had defined name is equal to John. I use two consecutive statements where I'm making change in name. I say obj.name is equal to Jennifer. Good. OBJ has now Jennifer. But other line comes. It says OBJ of name equal to Chris. So the most updated name is Chris. Chris. Does that make sense? Because this is not rocket science. This is just a sequential statement. You see, OBJ name was John. Then the name was changed to Jennifer. Then the name was changed to Chris. Jennifer, what I'm trying to say you, this statement and this is and the below statement, these statements are same. Like same means you can access a value of an object by using either method. These statements are same. Chris, you understand now? So it's basically the sequentially lines are executing. It's basically doing what? It's just coming over here and so the thing is, Jennifer, when you sit together like again and look at this code, remember obj.name is also way to access this one. OBJ of name is also access to this one. Now I am ending my session because we have another session after 1.5 hours, I suppose. So I am expecting, Jennifer, do you people have any session in between that one? In my two classes, do you have any other session in between my two classes? I don't see anything on timetable. No, Stephen, thank you. What I would like you to do, Jennifer and everyone, please look at this video and try to grasp these concepts. These are very important concepts because I will be making an application on the basis of these concepts. Does that make sense, Jennifer? So please just spend some time on it and look at the video because you have all the video available. Do you want me to share the code right away with you people as well? Do you want me to share the code also?
Which particular video would focus on this?
Oh, right now you just focus on this video. I'm saying that you just go and find out this recording and look at this video right now because it's a 1 hour video.
Does this go up right after?
Yeah, it'll just be available within 5 minutes. I think it just gets processed and you get that one. So Jennifer, do you want me to share my code as well if you want?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll share the code as well. I'll share this code in the comment. So I'll be waiting now. I'll be joining back after 1.5 hours with this hope that you people have gone through the lecture and now you bit more understand the concepts rather than this slight idea, right? So let's meet after 1.5 hours. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed today's topic. I hope you understood most of the topics that we have discussed today. Thank you very much. Thank you. And
see you, Norman.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Norman.
Bye, Brandon. Bye. Thank you. I'm sharing the code shortly.
Thanks, Norman.